Hello and welcome to FPL Waffle, a review of Game Week 2, a look ahead to Game Week 3. And I'm absolutely thrilled with the points that I scored this week. My triple captain Haaland paid off, full of form against Ipswich at home. 51 points. What more can you say? Delighted with that. But it wasn't just Haaland. Son came through for me. I was really pleased I held on to him one more week. Solanke being out injured really helped him playing more up front. Gibbs White came through at Southampton. Gordon came through at Bournemouth. João Pedro scored a last minute winner at home to United. Trent and Porro with the clean sheets. It was an FPL sort of game week stuff of dreams, other than Jose Sar's howling 6 goals conceded against Chelsea. But yeah, literally can't complain. I'm up to 231k in the world, 26k game week rank. Obviously, at this stage of the season, doesn't matter too much, but delighted nonetheless. Looking ahead to next game week, I think I'm going to roll again. I think I'm going to take a third transfer into next week. You know, Sar's fixture, Trent, Vardiol, Porro, Saliba, etc. All their fixtures are looking good enough this week. I've got Captain Haaland, who's obviously banging form. West Ham's a decent enough fixture. I think it's good enough to stick with. And then going into the next game week with three transfers, I can actually get in Salah and Minte, who I want for Brighton. So there's a couple of brilliant fixtures for Liverpool and Brighton in the next couple of weeks after this game week. And then also Villa, I can get a Villa defender in for Saliba, who has a couple of dead fixtures. And I can do that all for free, and I can have a team that looks really decent next week, which could potentially take me up to a wild card in game week 6, which we'll obviously talk about later down the line. Because as you can see, that Arsenal's fixtures, Brentford's fixtures in particular, look good from then onwards. If you need to make a transfer this week, looking at fixture ticker, I mean, Arsenal still is a good place to go. You know, Saka's looking brilliant. Home to Brighton isn't a bad entry point. Villa's fixtures now just look incredible. Ollie Watkins, as much as he hasn't scored yet, I think is a really good shout. Unless you want a budget option in Morgan Rogers in midfield, he's looking brilliant for 5 million. Or a Villa defender for this run, like Everton at home, Wolves at home, is about as good as it gets in terms of clean sheet potential. Brian Mbeumo is super tempting home to Southampton this week if you're prepared to have a couple of dead fixtures here and here before their fixture run just turns incredible from game week 6. This is another one to look at. Tony's pretty much guaranteed to leave at this point, I think. So Mbeumo and Vissa are looking really good. Palmer, tempting, right? After he smashed Wolves, look at that fixture run. If you want to go there, I'm not going to argue with it at all. I was tempted this week to jump there. Madueke, I think, is a bit of a knee-jerk after his hat-trick, but Palmer's a pretty safe shout, as we all would know from last season. Fulham still looking good. Smith Rowe, Muniz, Robinson, all names to think about if you need a player around there. Liverpool's fixtures are still great, particularly, you know, Forest at home, Bournemouth at home, Wolves with the way they defended last week. You've got to go there if you haven't already with the likes for Salah, a Jota, a Trent, etc. City fixtures are still good, best team in the league outside of Arsenal and Newcastle here. Their fixtures around it are phenomenal. Nottingham's fixtures are decent. Gibbs White did well for me this week, but I don't think I'd be recommending you to go there necessarily. I don't think Forest have been the best team in the world. But there's some cheaper midfielders there like Hudson-Odoi, Elanga. Gibbs White's probably the most reliable on pens and set pieces if you did want a player from that team in that sort of position. So they would be my tips, sort of recommended players to think about going for. I think we'll leave it there before the video takes too long. I tried to record this before and I did my Pokemon pack thing and it was pretty rubbish, other than a holo card at the end, which you always get in every pack. So nothing to report there. Didn't really matter that you missed the live opening, so to speak. We'll leave it there for now. I wish you all a brilliant game week and I look forward to catching you all on the next one. Stop, rear,